What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button and leave a thumbs up on any of my videos if you like any of my videos, as well as leave a comment, have a conversation with me. Leave a comment. I will get back to you. Keep it professional and hit that notification button if you do want updates. So any more movie reviews as well as independent short films that I do happen to create when I can. Please check out my independent short films that I've done over the years. I do have a lot. If you're interested in indie films, short films, if you like watching movies in general, I keep it short. Please check them out. It means a lot. And let's get straight to it. Power Rangers Once and Always. I'll keep it brief. A quick little review on this. Basically, Robo Rita is the villain of the Power Rangers Once and Always 30th Anniversary Special on Netflix. She's brought back accidentally by Billy, the Blue Ranger, who's trying to get his Zordon back. He's been working on the morphing grid. He's been around for a long time, and he knows his things around, his way around the morphing grid for the most part. But he brings back Rita's evil essence that creates this robot form of herself, and she's back. Because apparently, in one of the other shows, she becomes good. The Zordon, I guess he sacrifices himself, and I guess it was called the Z-Wave or something, and all that was evil became good, and she turns good. But I guess her essence, the evil essence, was still out there, and he brings that evil essence back, and it creates Robo Rita, which I believe took over Alpha 5, that Alpha 5 at the time or something, and that's how she uses the parts to create herself. But he brings her back accidentally, and the Power Rangers are trying to stop her, which surprisingly the putties were pretty much kicking their ass, it seemed like, in the beginning. And Billy's about to die with this blast that Rita creates to kill, and Trini sacrifices herself. She ends up dying. Billy lives. Rita escapes, and now this whole thing of, she escapes with the three of the Rangers, the OG Rangers, because she's trying to create a time machine to go back to the past to warn her younger self to fight against the Power Rangers and Zordon at that era, at that time. And she has Tommy captured Jason and the Pink Ranger Kimberly, so it's the green, red, and pink Ranger. And eventually she captures some other Rangers to try to get her time machine to full power. And their whole thing is trying to stop her and her two minions, who one of them, Snizzard, he is able to capture, paralyze them and capture them and turn them small. And that's how he captured some of them, especially Tommy, Jason, and Kimberly. Trini's daughter, Min, she becomes the Yellow Ranger eventually later on. She's bent on revenge because she finds out that Rita killed her mom. She finds out through Billy and Zach, who were arguing, and she ended up hearing them, and Billy didn't want that, and eventually she's her mind is just I want revenge, and they're trying to stop, they're trying to not get captured by Rita and Snizzard and the Minotaur from, being captured. So they're being helped by the new Pink Ranger at the time. She was from the second season, Kat, and Rocky, who was the Red Ranger for the second season, half of the second season on. And then the Black Ranger is, of course, Zach, and the Blue Ranger is Billy. You get Adam and Aisha, who were the second versions of the Yellow Ranger and Black Ranger. They're in space in another area, which if you've seen the other shows, all these Power Rangers are they tend to show up here and there, but they're all doing different things. But you get a mixture of the OG cast from the first season, and then the second season to third. I believe half of the second season is when the new Black, Yellow, and Red Ranger show up. So you get half of the OG cast as well, and then eventually Kat, becomes the Pink Ranger because Kimberly, the character, kind of lasted a little longer. Eventually, Kat becomes the new Pink Ranger. So, you got some of these mixture of OG characters that are combined as the Power Rangers for the show and trying to stop Rita. Min becomes the next Yellow Ranger, as I believe I mentioned earlier. She is worthy and becomes, she apparently looks like she's about to die because she gets blasted. I guess the same blast that killed her mom. But eventually, she has the Yellow Ranger. I believe she had the Morpher. She kept trying to morph earlier and she couldn't morph, but the Yellow Ranger power, revives her, it seems, or heals her, and she becomes the new Yellow Ranger, and they fight off Rita and her Snizzard and the Minotaur and the Megazord and all that, and they save the day once again. Now, if you know what to expect of Power Rangers, you know it's cheesy. You know the lines are bad, and the acting isn't that great. Uh, the effects are a little bit step above, but I will say when it came to the Megazord fight and whatnot, I think I preferred the OG because it looked real versus the CGI that we got with this Megazord. Because when they were filming the OG Megazord, it was somebody in a suit. You had the toys that the animatronic, the whole thing with it, animatronics or whatever that they record, and then you had somebody in a suit. I'm sure that was doing the movement. Versus here, it was like CGI, so it didn't look as good. But if you know what to expect of Power Rangers from the OG shows, you're not missing out on much. It was pretty much a nostalgia factor that, it's the feeling that you're getting of nostalgia of watching the OGs and seeing this story again. It is a story that you can kind of get behind based off what it is, Power Rangers. I feel like you would need to watch all the other shows to kind of get an idea for certain things, but it was fun. I give it a 7 for what it is and what I know of Power Rangers. I wouldn't say the 7 is a strong 7 for other elements. If you're looking for real good story and acting and all that, which I would really rate it upon if it was any other movie, but because this is based off of a show that's always been this way and they have a movie version of it, I'm just gonna base it on that whole element, the 7. It was just fun to see, and I did enjoy it, and I would like more of it. I would like more of it, to with the OG cast, if they can do it. I would like to see what they can come up with storyline wise, even if it's just a new iteration of Power Rangers of the Mighty Morphin kind, like led by men. It doesn't have to have the OG. Maybe one of them could be like a mentor, and then we got some new younger blood that are the new Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But I enjoyed it. If you know what to expect with Power Rangers, I think you should check it out if you haven't seen it. It's nothing crazy. It's not like the reboot movie, which was a little bit more darker, more serious. The acting was there, but this is based off of the old show, the '90s show, and you're gonna get that, and that's what you got here, and it was fun. I thought it was just it brought back memories, because I remember going home, doing my homework, eating, and watching Power Rangers with my brother. That was my thing. And to see it again, it's just even like with other stuff like Jurassic Park, Jurassic World when it came out, and then the next sequels. And I was born to see the original Jurassic Park. I saw Jurassic Park in 93? Was it 93, 94, 95? I think it was 93. I saw it in theaters multiple times. So to see when Jurassic World came out, that was nostalgia for me, because it's like, wow, another Jurassic Park movie years later after the third one, and I'm here to see it again. And there's people who haven't seen the original one in theaters, youngins that are watching Jurassic World for the first time in the theater, never got to see the original ones. It's like in the theaters, I get to say that with a lot of projects, with Star Wars. Well, I wasn't around for the original 3, but for the prequel 3, I was around for, and then to see the sequel 3 for Star Wars, and just other stuff that came, the Matrix, like, even though I didn't like Matrix Revolutions, right? It was Revolutions. Reload is Matrix Reloaded. Then I think it's Revolutions. The fourth one I forgot. I don't think it's Revolutions. The fourth one's a different one, a different title. Resurrections. Yeah, Resurrections. I didn't like that one, but to see these films years later, these franchises come back, I think it's cool, especially when it's done right. And Power Rangers is done like the show. It's Power Rangers. I thought it was fun. I would say check it out if you were a fan of the OG Rangers, and even if you're like you don't watch it or follow up on Power Rangers at all, but you're like, I don't know what to watch on Netflix. There's a lot to watch on Netflix, but I would say hit that nostalgia button and check out Power Rangers. Give it a laugh. Again, it's a little icky, with certain things, dialogue and whatnot, acting, but go back to your childhood, go back, get that memory and watch the show, enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I give it a 7, and that's all I got to say about that for Power Rangers. Please check out all my other movie reviews. Let me know what you think. Did you like Power Rangers? What would you have liked to have seen? What would you have preferred they have done? And yeah, let's have a conversation about it. It would be cool. And until next time, later.